Good morning, my loves. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I wanted to quickly share a message with you guys. Something that I received this morning through a dream, which is not different, but it's not my usual way of receiving prophetic visions. Usually I receive prophetic visions through meditative states or actively sitting down and talking with the divine. And then I get a series of images or music or sights and sounds. You guys know how it works for me. But this was pretty cool because it was around 10 o'clock in the morning. I still did not wake up, and that's not my usual lately, but I'm here for it. So it was around 10 o'clock in the morning, and very different from an actual dream. It was a vision of prophecy. I was talking to my sister about it earlier. Those are her boots. We were chasing chickens last night. But this message was so awesome. And it really feels like it was meant for a wide variety of people, not just a select few, which I think is so valuable because you guys know that sometimes when these prophetic visions come through and messages come through, that they're for a specific person, and they're just drawn to the channel and then they receive that message. So this felt very generalized. This felt very open, right? So before I dive into this message, I do want to say a quick miniature disclaimer that I want to challenge every single one of us to look beyond our current belief systems and the things that we have accepted as truth or our reality or what is real for us or what is the right way or right path. This vision came through as a story from the Bible. And whether you believe in Christian or practice Christian faith, this message still applies to anybody, you know? So if you can't do that, that is 1000% okay. I want to celebrate and be grateful and show gratitude for the fact that you were able to even try to look past, you know, the Christian symbolism, because that in itself, the attempt to try, still means a lot to me, and I feel that it should be recognized and should be rewarded, and your reward is thank you for trying. Now, having said that, the vision that this came through was through a story that was shared in the Bible, and I was sitting with my sister. Actually, my sister woke up before me. For those of you guys that don't know, she's coming to visit me from England, and we're spending quality time together. So she was kind of sitting out on her chair and sunning herself and getting, you know, starting her day and meditating and, you know, getting her mind and her soul and her spirit right. And she was the one who told me. She was like, oh yeah, that's Abraham's, right? So basically the vision was, and this was at 10 a.m. in the morning, I still didn't really wake up. It wasn't a dream, it was a prophecy. And if you guys want to see a video or hear a video of like, how do I know the difference? I'd be more than happy to share that with you. But basically it was the vision where God, the divine, however you want to describe it, directed Abraham, this man, to sacrifice his son. I believe it was on the side of a hill or a side of something. And he was just about to stab his son or take him out, is what I'm going to say. And the divine stopped him and said, well, I just wanted to see if you were going to be able to do it. And in my dream, in my vision, I asked the divine, why are you showing me this? Like, what is the symbolism behind that? That's very specific. And Spirit said, everything Spirit just said just now, I am source. So I am the source of all the things that you love. I am the source, period. And this source comes from this unconditional love that's very graceful and very generous, but also it needs and always wants to be respected first and foremost, as all things that are revolved around love need and want and should have respect. So if all of our blessings or all of our gifts are coming from the source, right? Let's say you understand that your blessings come from you. It's your higher self, the connection to the divine, in my belief, that allowed you to feel that feeling that this is for me, and to then speak out in faith or speak out through intention or combination of the both, and then work to manifest, materialize it into your life. That's my belief. All those things come from a higher source, right? And this source is generous. This source is abundant. This source is limitless. Nothing is outside of its power of what it can provide for you if it's something that is in alignment and synchronistic with you. So Spirit is saying, I am source. And everything that has been given to you thus far, that you've called into your life, that you've manifested, or that was delivered by miracle or synchronicity, is coming from a space of grace, because we wanted to deliver this to you, that you were right in the right place at the right time, or circumstances and events align themselves in order for you to receive this. Everything comes from source. Having said that, there's a warning about gripping onto things too hard, and there's a warning about a feeling of expectation when something that you love doesn't show up or doesn't pan out the way that you want it to be, the way that you expected it to pan out. And this is where Spirit says that there is a divine wisdom in all of the things, how they live, breathe, move, pan out, how they play out. And this is beyond your human logic. But when you sit back and then you fall into a space of spiritual grace and spiritual understanding, you know to let go, you know to surrender. The fact that Spirit is showing you, or showed me the vision to show you about bringing the very things that it is that you want and love the most to the divine as an act of sacrifice, and saying, this is the thing that I love the most. This is the thing that I want the most. This means the very most to me. Bring it to me and tell me that you are ready to let it go, that you're ready to surrender it, and it doesn't mean that you want to murder it or kill it or anything like that. It's the metaphor, the vision. And that's the thing about Spirit. That's the thing about the divine, is that it works beyond human logic, right? It talks in metaphors, it talks in symbols. And that's not meant to be cryptic, but it's meant to express to you that what you know extends so beyond it defies human logic and human reasoning every single time, because it's not coming from human logic and reasoning. It's divine, it's prophetic, it's spiritual, it's next level. It's outside of this world, or outside of these realms, into the realms of, the higher. So Spirit is saying, like, okay, it's not that we want you to kill off or destroy or give up on. It's that there's this act of surrendering it to Spirit, to the divine, to the universe, and really saying, this, I know that this was a gift for me. I know that this was a blessing, and whatever it was thus far, I thank you. I give gratitude for it, but I give it back in respect and honor of the divine, in respect and honor of my higher self, and respect and honor of its natural path. And I let it go, and I release it, and Aww, my rooster. That's a baby rooster. I don't have a name for him yet. I think it's a him. I mean, if it's a rooster, then it's going to be a him, but I'm not sure that it's a rooster. But when it does stuff like that, like crows, I don't know if you can hear it, then I think that it's a rooster. Anyways, so yeah, it's about taking the very things that it is that you want and love the most, or that you want it so much to see an outcome with, or you want so much for it to manifest. Maybe the other thing that Spirit is showing me is that maybe the thing that you want the most is not exactly what it is that you're looking at, or not exactly what it is that you're focusing on, and you might be trying too hard to make that thing, because you can sense that there is something more greater that will occur, but your eyes are locked in, your logic, your reasoning is locked in on the wrong thing. So Spirit is watching this, the divine is seeing this, Source is seeing this, and says, wait a minute, you're on the right path, but you're just you're concentrating on the wrong thing. So and the deeper lesson from this will come from you taking a step back and respecting, or remembering to respect yourself, to respect the other things that how they are, the whole collective as in large, and divine's will and divine's mastery of the path of our lives for each of us. And it's like having honor for that, having respect for that, so that Spirit can move, so the universe can move, so that things can flow. And this doesn't need to come from human logic, because that's the thing about Spirit. That's the thing about the divine. I don't think that it's malicious in how it wants to prove its point, but it will always want to blow your mind. It will always want to blow your mind and literally impress you with how miraculous things are when you allow Spirit to take over, when you allow the spiritual realms to take over, when you allow Source to take over, because it's so amazing, the infinite possibilities and potential that can happen But we have to let go of our reasoning and our logic, and that's going to be our biggest obstacle and our fault. So we can tiredly make our way up this mountain, carrying the vision, the paper, the intentions, the petitions, the prayers of all the things that we've prayed for. And then when we lay them on the ground, and when we surrender that to the ground and humble ourselves and say back to source and say back to our higher selves, do with this what you will. This is the very thing that I want, need, have been praying for, begging for, writing petitions for, manifesting, trying so hard. And I'm going to lay it at your feet. And Spirit says, and that's all that I needed from you. That's all that I needed from you. And from here on out, I'm going to take over, and I'm going to whip miracles and all the elements of miracles. Every element in this earth that you can imagine is going to now align into making this thing work for you in a way that is beyond better than you could have ever imagined it for yourself. And that was the vision that I had this morning. So I raised my glass to each of you guys. I'm having iced coffee this morning. It's a combination of things that I made myself. There's some herbs, believe it or not, in this. And the ice that I had melted a little bit, but that's fine. But I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to go kayaking with my sister today and just really open myself up to see if there's anything else that Spirit wants to deliver to us. I want to give gratitude again for you hanging out with me this morning. I know for me, it's a little late in the morning, but clearly it's for a reason, because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have been able to receive that vision that clearly I'm, felt called to share with you guys. And I also want to thank every single one of you guys that challenge yourself to think and to see beyond your current realities and your current truths of what you believe and what you don't believe. It takes so much strength to look past and see things from a different perspective and a different lens. And I want to honor and reward you and support you and thank you and encourage you for doing that for this moment right now. It is an honor. You have no idea. It's an honor. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I send you all my love. Thank you guys also, too, for the comments in the last ASMR video. That was so cool, and I'm probably going to do another one, probably like a head-scratching video, because my sister loves getting her head scratched. And quality time and physical touch is two of my love languages. So it's easy for me to do ASMR and stuff like that, and I love helping people, clearly. So until then, I invite you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, because there's plenty more videos where this came from, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!